How do narcissists and psychopaths differ? I think there's a pretty big difference, guys. I think, one of the main differences, a psychopath could hurt you and they don't have remorse at all. Whereas a narcissist is primarily driven by a low self-esteem. They need constant admiration and attention to validate their self-esteem because they have a very fragile self-esteem. So they use outside forces to kind of validate who they are. That's why they need constant attention, constant validation, whereas a psychopath lacks a moral compass and doesn't operate, under normal social norms. They will do anything they have to do to achieve their objectives. So if hurting you is the only way they're going to achieve their objective, they'd be willing to do it. And the difference between a narcissist and a psychopath is if a psychopath hurts you, they're not going to have any remorse. Whereas a narcissist, I think depending on the narcissist, they would have some remorse for their actions. Like I said, narcissists are mainly driven by that, constant need for attention, constant need for validation from the community to validate who they are. Oftentimes they do have a low self-esteem, but they operate, in the community, they operate under a high self-esteem, kind of as a mask, kind of masking that low self-esteem. So they use other people to kind of validate who they are. That's why they want to surround themselves with really positive people, because they're more likely to cheer each other on. You're with a positive person, you're more likely to cheer each other on. Narcissists do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, whereas a psychopath is going to be right in your face. A true psychopath really has no fear. They don't mind getting in a fight with you. They don't mind things going physical. Because like I said, if hurting you will get to their objective, they're willing to go there if they have to. They're willing to hurt you if they have to. That's a psychopath. Like I once knew someone that put a pipe over someone's head. That's a psychopath. That person since passed away. Putting a pipe over someone's head is likely to cause major damage. It could easily cause death. In this case, I think the person was put into a coma as a result. That's an example of a psychopath. Had absolutely no remorse for putting the pipe over that person's head. Whereas a narcissist, most narcissists out here, you're not going to see them do extreme behaviors like that. Because most narcissists are pretty intelligent. They know if they go put a pipe over someone's head, they know they're going to end up in jail. Whereas a psychopath is going to disregard the consequence. The psychopath isn't really thinking of the consequence. The psychopath is just going to do the action and then deal with the consequences later. They might even enjoy what they're doing. A true psychopath might actually enjoy hurting you. A true psychopath gets excitement out of hurting people, out of verbally hurting people, physically hurting people. They might actually get enjoyment out of that. So that's some of the differences, guys, between a psychopath and a narcissist. Till next time.